Right, theoretically, there we go. It is in fact back again. Tell a friend. Who's back? Fucking irritation is back. So I don't know how long that's going to last, but I've tried resetting the internet and hoping that might just jigger it into functionality, but there you go. There's every possibility it will just die on its arse again. Pyramid is impressive, ostentatious, outdone, works, build. Lulutopia needs stuff. Not only do we need more people-trained soldiers, would be very useful. You're quite right. Time to press on to a new island. I need to know my hilt from my tip. That is correct. For if I stick my hilt in, the tip is going to miss out. A new island. You got a place in mind. Never-ending war. The foot of Moonbrook. Oh my. Moonbrook? Do you mean the Moonbrook? Hairy hermit indeed. He's the hermit of the hair. But hasn't the place been abandoned since the castle was sacked? How could there still be a war going on there? What does it matter? Any island with a never-ending war raging on it sounds like just my kind of place. I'd rather not send you whippersnappers to such a dangerous land, but I don't know of anywhere else where we'll find the fighters you need. If you're still willing to risk life and limb to go there, have a word with the captain on the docks, as opposed to the prostitute on the docks, which would be a more enjoyable situation. Just rent a hooker for an hour or two. That's generous. Yes, indeed. You know, I wouldn't mind having a game of something afterwards. Well, very nearly didn't land properly, but I was going after my my fruity goodness. Whoops. Well, I didn't mean to eat it immediately. I thought I had some kind of fruit or veg on hand, but apparently not so much. Let's pop a tomato on grill. Whoop, that's the wrong button as usual. There we go. Again, this is the problem with having a game that's got just not quite the same sort of control scheme. So the sprint button here is on the... I think Chester mentioned this last week that one of his games has it on the opposite sides. But yeah, that's the sprint button, which is the right bumper on the control scheme for this game. That is the look up button, which for the game I'm playing alternatively, it's also the smooth back. Smooth. Although, yeah, I've just realised the hair as well. The hair becomes even more sort of Goku than usual. And it's like sort of slicked back there and then flared out there. It's very strange. But either way, it's not a run button, whereas with Monstrum Nox, the LB button, which is what this does, is sprinting and dodging and rolling. And likewise, that, changing my tool button, is the jump button in Monstrum Nox, whereas B button, very much not. Ahoy there, Predaton. It's funny you should wash up here now. I've some fishy information for you pertaining to a new island. He's like, look, I had a rough night. I just need to get my morning chocolate. Leave me alone. I'd love to be able to do it again, but I'm stuck in dialogue, so I can't. New island. Maybe it's Moonbrook. I don't know the name, but she's a big one. A real lunker. Could be the island's inhabited, with folk no less. Human folk. A little flying fish told me that it's home to a military general who's as fierce as she is beautiful, and a master swordsman whose blood is hot enough to boil a blizzard. Only problem is, there's some bad juju about that island. And we we sailors, are a supercilious bunch. I'd rather not get within squidding distance of the place. But if you insist on going, I'll ferry you there, reluctantly, of course. Come and find me when you're ready to leave, and I'll cast me hook to this horrible land for ye. Well, just give me 1 second to get my coffee. Well, chocolate, sorry. Morning chocolate. Morning coffee's the slightly more traditional, but I don't think you're like me. You're not much of a coffee drinker, are you? Are you much of a tea drinker instead? Because I'm not, in fairness. I'm more a sort of squash person. Squash and fizzy. And possibly even fizzy squash if I happen to have lemonade on hand, I suppose. Ahoy there, Velden. Sometimes I have tea. Sometimes I have coffee. But never coffee tea! Sometimes it's hot chocolate. I must admit, of the hot drinks, hot chocolate's the only one I would actually drink. I do quite like, they do the options white chocolate one I like. Quite enjoy that one. And sort of choc orange. Just all the sort of flavoured ones, really. I quite enjoy those. And a bit of Horlicks, I think. Is it Horlicks am I thinking of? Or is that just something I do at the weekends by hiring someone off the docks? No. I'm fairly certain the company's called Horlicks. No! Well, there is a company called Horlicks. And I think they might be the overall... Malted milk. Malted milk drink is the one I'm thinking of. As I say, I think the overarching company is Horlicks. No, not Bovril. No, I don't think I could do Bovril. Bovril just doesn't appeal at all. Like, not in the slightest bit. It just... Ugh. I've never actually tasted it, so it might be okay. Just, I don't know. There's something about it that makes you go, ugh. Or at least it makes me go, ugh. And that's not great. When you're sort of there going, ugh. It's not wonderful stuff to have. Anyway, to Moonbrook! But I must warn ye, this vessel ain't built for chugging cargo. Although I never have a problem when you go to the other islands, the little uns. But at this point, I've actually sort of, now I'm saying the vessel's not built for cargo, despite readily being available for cargo in previous occasions. You'll have to leave behind everything you gathered here and fish for more materials when we reach our destination. I've stowed all of my stuff in the storage sack. Now, see, interestingly enough, I think they do just straight up do malted chocolate milk. Because I'm fairly certain I've had that as well. The company itself, just, you can buy a packet of malted chocolate milk. Interesting, I just achieved the achievement Sandy Grande. I've just managed a Sandy Grand. I'm assuming that's for... Although it feels like it was quite some time ago because I've been faffing around on the island, technically that's going to be the completion of Crumbledun. Because this is now finally the sort of actual completion point. You're about to set sail for Moonbrook, aren't you? Well, you won't have to worry about being attacked by the children of Hargon. They had their wicked way with the place long ago. Perhaps you might meet the princess. Goodness knows what the hairy hermit meant when he said it was a land of never-ending war. I mean, there's not a huge... I mean, it's dying again, which is amazing. Yeah, no, it really is. It's dying again, isn't it? Cool. Sorry for you to have turned up and it's crashing on its arse again. I get the impression this is going to be one of those nights.
Hello there.
No, I'm afraid not. Once again. But I do get the impression it's going to be one of those nights where it's just not worth bothering. Because it does not want to play the game, does it? Although, weirdly, of course, it is actually playing the game. It's playing the game quite happily, it's just not streaming the game. Are you going to settle again, or are you going to be an arse? I think it's going to be an arse, because it's just chugging away again. Goody. Goody, goody gumdrops. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. It's fucking it up again, isn't it? Excellent news indeed. Why is it being this way? Is it because everything's shit and everything's crap and nothing will ever work at all? Probably. Possibly the hamster is tired. Shouldn't be, but you know, life likes to shit in your face at all times and refuses to do anything else. I mean, there's nothing here that should be doing anything. I mean, that's paused, so it really shouldn't be doing anything. Now it's overcompensating and throwing like a huge volume of kilobytes at it, which seems to be just as bad. Fucking hell. Has it settled? I've actually settled now, so I suppose we might as well get on with a bit more. Never-ending war. Worry not, Felden. Your island is in safe hands, and so is Lulu. I will care for her as though she were my own daughter. I'd really rather you didn't. I don't want people to start thinking we're related. By the way, are you alright, Maroff? You looked a little peaky when that stone tablet started glowing earlier. What are you talking about? I'm fine. I'm made of sterner stuff than you weaklings, that's for sure. Well, alright, but be careful, you two. If things get dangerous, I want you to both come back here right away. I reckon you'll be just fine, but still, come back soon, eh? I can't wait to meet the new mates you bring with you. All aboard for a trip abroad. Time to set sail. Ahar. And off we go to Moonbrook. Kind of wish I hadn't bothered with setting sail to Moonbrook. No, nah, would have been better to just faff around on the island. Oh, is the hairy hermit in league with Hargon? It does seem that way, because he did just say the name. Oh. Like the power of the humans and the power of creation. You still reckon Rosie's the villain? You never know. She might have the darkness within her. Her very own little dark passenger ready to strike at a moment's notice. As I specified the other day, I have been watching Dexter again. Hence the reference to the phrase dark passenger. Although I haven't said that, that originally came from the books, I suppose, technically speaking. But nonetheless, they do make reference to the dark passenger in the TV series as well. We are sailing, sailing far and sailing wide. We shall go. And we're gonna sail aboard the accountancy, the wide accountancy. We shall skirt the shoals of bankruptcy and skirt the... No, it's, I don't know, fucking... Monty Python's accountancy song. There you go. Look it up and it'll do a better job of giving the information than I can. So this is the island the hairy hermit told us about, a forbidden place where no human dares step foot. I'll stay here and see to the ship. The crow's nest needs swabbing and the mizzen mast needs mizzening. When you want to head back to the Isle of Awakening, just say the word. Got it. St. Veldin, what's all this fluffy white stuff? The way the hermit talked about this place, I thought the ground would be Oh, mighty Malroth, master of destruction. This isle abounds with death and devastation, the perfect place for you to realize your true potential. This is the voice of the Mysterons. Can't help but say that line when trying this voice on. Captain Black. Do I actually... I mean, I can't push a button. It just takes fucking forever. I await your awakening with bated breath, Captain Malroth. Indestructible Captain Malroth. Oh, I've just sort of shook my hands at him. That voice again. Who is it? What do they want? They actually introduced themselves this time, Malroth. They told you, this is the voice of the Mysterons. It's not the Mysterons, by the way, just By Jove! What the jiggly kumquats? What in the world do we have here, then? The fuck are you two doing here? He's a little younger than the By Jove suggested. It's not normal for humans to pay a visit to these parts. If you're an ally of the monsters, I suggest you leave now before I drive you out by force. Fucking bring it, little blue boy. Judging by your vacant expression, it would seem you haven't the slyness for that manner of subterfuge. Perhaps you're not in the league with the enemy after all. But then, what in the world brings you to a place like this? Who lives in a place like this? I was listening to So Wrong It's Right, I think it's called. Charlie Brooker's radio show from a good few years back now, I think. But nonetheless, one of the suggestions was Through the Keyhole Serial Killer Edition. So you've got all the benefit of... I can't remember his bloody name. But the host of Through the Keyhole. He also did MasterChef, I think, as well at one point. But Lloyd Grossman. Is it Lloyd Grossman? I think it's Lloyd Grossman. It just suddenly pinged in the brain. But you had all the thrill of wandering around someone's house, finding out all of these things, with the added excitement of the serial killer coming home and sort of Lloyd Grossman having to hide in the cupboard. In a sort of found footage type film scenario. None of that was my joke. That was on the show, but it was very entertaining nonetheless. I say, a builder, when you come here seeking willing warriors to help you fight the children of Hargon. A builder? Could the legends be true? Could you be the builder who will bring balance back to Moonbrook? You love Charlie? Now, see, out of context, it feels like you've just sort of non-sequitured your way into admitting that you have a drug problem. You've just... What? I love Charlie, mate. I can't get enough of it. Yeah, I know I've got a problem, but, you know, it's a functional problem. Because Charlie's another nickname for cocaine, I believe. I might be mistaken. Not really much on drugs, but I watch a lot of TV. A lot of cop dramas. That's the crucial thing. That's where I learn a lot about drugs, because I watch a lot of police dramas. I don't know why. It's the mystery, I suppose. I quite like the mystery. Speaking of mystery, of course, one of the ones I've been watching recently is Murdoch Mysteries, which is a sort of originally it was set in Victorian Canada, and then it went over the time frame into Elizabethan, I think. No, Edwardian. I knew it began with an E, But nonetheless, they're very enjoyable episodes. The little Murdoch mysteries. Sort of 40-odd minutes of him sort of going, I've got a gadget to resolve this. Despite the fact that this gadget probably wasn't invented yet. And it's quite interesting because it's got an element of sort of almost Canadian pride to it. And it's a little bit like England, where we sort of go, that's an English invention, that is, yeah. Oh yeah, but there was someone in England did it first, didn't they? Yeah. And it's a little bit like that, but for Canada. So it's like, what's that? Space travel? Yeah, Canada's got that car, or rockets. I think it wasn't actual space travel, but you know, every invention under the sun. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, Canada did that first. Yeah, Canada did it first. But it's quite amusing because it's amusing. Some of the references to the fact that it's set in the past. Obviously having a nod to the present day viewers, it's always quite amusing. But yeah, it's generally, lovely little show to while away 40 minutes. Well met, my Lord Warwick, Captain of the Moonbrook Brigade of Guards at your service. My good fellow, I require your aid. Follow me, I prithee. Do you? I don't think you should be prithying on the fucking docks here. You'll dirty up the docks, sir. You go prithee elsewhere. But if you note, as with every other story chapter, I have lost all of my equipment. But it's fine, we can regather. You basically start from scratch each part of the story chapter. It sounds like it'd be a bad thing, but it actually kind of works with the game in general. It kind of allows you to be slightly more focused with what you kind of have and what you do. I've just sort of dipped myself into poison. It's fine. I think I did anyway. Is that not? Oh yeah, it is doing damage. It doesn't apply poison to me. It just damages you if you get in it. A little bit of ice. Might not go amiss. We'll gather a couple of supplies on the way. You never know. And a bit of dirt, a bit of snow. Oh, the snow just the snow just poofs away. Well, what's that? Oh, that's cotton and snow blocks. Okay, that's fine. I know it's over here, mate. I'm following. I'm trying my best, son. I'm trying my best. What is quite beneficial here, of course, is we are getting cotton. Now, granted, we may end up sort of not needing... we'll probably need the cotton in this area. But we shall have to wait and see. Oh, God almighty. A, who's talking? Because there's two of them stood there. And B, I haven't got the voice. King. Alas, poor Yorick, I knew him well. Alas, poor Yorick. Warwick, even. Warwick. Oh, I'm the bloody... I suppose that's more the old man. Oh, I'm a bloody old man with massive fuck-off eyebrows. Oh! Actually, that's turning a bit more Noel Fielding. Oh! Hullabadoo! Hujabadoo! So, let's think about the king. Oh, God, I really don't have a kingly voice, I don't think. I suppose, arguably, I could try and do... I'm the actual sort of Prince of Wales. I think that's suddenly going into Old Man Boris. I suppose perhaps I could try... salmon! Salmon and sausages and Britain! Butter my bacon! And butter my biscuits! And butter my bollocks! Bring Britain back to better and... Warwick! I don't know which one's better. They're both pretty shocking. So let's go sort of. Perhaps I'll end up splitting the difference. So, Warwick, my boy, you've returned with strangers in tow, no less. Don't tell me you've managed to rally new recruits to our cause. By Jove, your Majesty, Lord Jerome, glad news! This young fellow is our long-awaited builder, the emissary of annihilation who will lead us to victory on the battlefield. What? This is not some low japery, is it? You're really speaking the truth? Oh, do not be deceived, your majesty! Come now, are we to believe this dull-eyed simpleton will lead us to glory? Oh, how much longer must we hide here like rats? We want nothing more than to take the fight to the enemy. Oh, but we are powerless to do so. What? Who's the emissary of annihilation, and who's the enemy that we're taking the fight to? Help. Oh, yes, of course. Hold on, Anessa. Help is at hand. Well, boy, you truly are a builder. I have a favour to ask you. Nay, an official commandment. You know, I'm the King of Moonbrook, after all. Yes. What's your official doodahs? Oh, I've brought you a block of snow. Would you like a block of snow? I don't think he wants a block of snow. The mighty warrior you've stricken before you is Anessa, General of the Moonbrook Brigade of Guards. She faced a pestilential fiend in a battle and now lies racked with poison. You are who you claim you are. You should have no difficulty in making a dose of antidotal herb to cure her of this corruption, yes? Medicinal leaves, frog stools, or the stuff of the apothecary's pot could be found hereabouts. Oh, I prithee prepare a dose of antidotal herb and deliver it to me. Right. Well, I've got the mushrooms. I now just need to figure out where to get the antidotal herbs, I think. I suppose, yeah, to get... Oh, no, that is just still medicinal leaves. That's fine. Can I get wood? I'm sure I can. Where would my herbs be? I don't know, but we'll grab a couple more mushrooms since I'm here. Is it a repeated one? Oh yeah. While you are in the... Hey, Velden, I've got this weird feeling there's a bunch of really tough monsters up that way. I'm never one to shy away from a fight, but we should probably help that woman before we go off looking for fun. I think I saw some bushes and mushrooms in the cave near the docks. How about we check there first? Fine. If you bloody insist on me doing things... Whoops. Kind of gone the wrong way, but it's fine. I'm back from outer space. Aha! There are herbs up above. I didn't spot them the first time, but it's fine. Yes. Let's go develop a poison antidote. Because it's just that simple. We don't need to know what actually poisoned her. All we need to know is we need medicinal leaves and frog stools. Here, Kingy Wingy. Oh, good gracious. A bloody dose of antidotal herb. Then there's no doubt about it. You are a builder after all. Well, give it to me, prithee. Hand it over. Go on, then. 1,000 thanks, young builder. Oh, with this, Anessa will live to fight another day. Many more after that. Hey! So happy. Thanks again. You are a kind soul and a brave one, too. To think of so brazenly creating, with no fear of the divine judgment of your unholy actions may occur. Such is the life of a builder, I suppose. My people are true followers of the children of Hargon. We would never dream of embarking on such a sinful course. Don't tell me you lot have fallen for that rubbish, too. But if you're on the same side as the cult, then who exactly are you fighting against? Oh, Nessa, my dear girl. How good it is to see you well again. Oh, God. I haven't quite got this one. Guess what just got undercoated? I don't know, but I want to make a joke. I don't have one. I just feel like there's a joke in there somewhere. But I fear that I'm just going to resort to going, your balls! But it feels like this should be something cleverer than the words, guess what just got undercoated? Your balls! Which is the weirdest laugh I think I've ever come out with. But I can't help it, but still. You'll wait and let me make a joke. Okay. You might be here for quite some time because I don't really have one. But I fear your balls is about the limit at the moment. So pray tell, prithee, sir, tell me, what have you undercoated? What now has a coat beneath it? Maybe that's the joke. All you've done is you've taken all of your miniature figures and just rested them on a coat, and you're going to take a photo of them and go, look at all the figures I just undercoated. Actually, I suppose you have to put the coat over them, don't you, so that the figures are undercoated. I must admit, I don't know if I needed the clue it's MCP related, but we'll see, because my first instinct when you said guess what just got undercoated was Dormammu. Don't know why it had to be in that voice, but you know, it was suitably epic and stuff. He's undercoated his undercoat. In fairness, that's almost as good as the guess what I've undercoated your balls thing that I did earlier. It's got the same vibe to it, I feel like. But yes, is it a Dormammu? Is it the Mammy Dawes? I'm George Dawes. Here's my mummy. Has my mamu. It's the Dormammu. I don't know what that is, but I mean, a mental breakdown is probably the closest description of it. But yes, do tell. Is it Dormammu or is it Dordadu? Shouldn't have made me laugh that much, but it did. Alas, not Dormammu yet. Ah, boo hiss boo. Oh, then I don't know. I don't know what you've been working on recently, truth be told. So, clue 2, it's static. No, I don't think it is static, because that's one from DC. Started off in one of the other companies, I think, but nonetheless, Static was a hero in DC Comics. He was a boy who could control electricity. And there was a really good animated TV series they made of it called Static Shock. And I absolutely fucking love that series. It was wonderful. Is it a Hawkbuster? Hawkbuster! I burst with horks. All of these horks are coming out of me, and I don't like it. They're bursting forth. It's painful. Stop it. Is it a Hawk? Is it a Hawk? I can't say the proper name now. Is it a Hulkbuster? Because that would be pretty fucking sweet. But if you've said static, so it does make me wonder. Although I think she was already she was already undercoated, so I'm thinking Storm. But as I say, I feel like you'd already undercoated her. I feel like she'd been undercoated and waiting for a while now. So the best I've got off of the clue static, because strictly speaking, they're all static, because otherwise they'd be moving around on the base. And as epic as that would be, it's not really something miniatures can pull off at the moment, I don't think. It would be very nice if we get super duper miniature tech. You know, it'd be very delicious if they sort of went, oh, they're moving their arms, they're moving their legs, they're actually doing a little attack. Like you would in Tabletop Simulator, I suppose. He's got 20 more bins. I sincerely hope not. Oh, is it? I suppose arguably by static. Do you mean it doesn't move on the field? Because at that point, it's got to be... But again, I feel like it was base coated when I saw it the other day, but... no, it might have been plastic. Is it the Bugle? Is it the Bugle building? Have you finally gotten around to daring the Bugle building? And I'm still trying to work out a suitable sort of voice for this character. The unfortunate truth is I don't have that many voices in the first place. and then you can cut that number by about, divide it by about 10, and you've got the amount of female voices I can do. So that's inconvenient, but still. It is the Daily Bulge! Of course. It only exists in the morning. Can you do a C-3PO? I mean, I could, but not for her voice. She needs a better voice than that. But it is going to get slightly confusing with all the other voices, because, of course, she's going to sound a lot like a sort of warrior woman, which will be basically almost Lulu's voice as well. God, I wish I could almost do an impression of Lucy Lawless, because that would be apropos of a warrior woman. But I fear I can't. I think she's can't remember if she's New Zealand or Australia. Not that it would make a difference to my attempt at an accent, but still. Someone said Lucy Lawless! Yes, someone did say Lucy Lawless. The epitome of warrior woman, if you ask me anyway. I'm sure there's probably others as well. I suppose Gal Gadot would be the latest of the latest and greatest of the warrior women on TV and film, I suppose, but I'm sure there's probably others, but still. I love Lucy Lawless. Maybe too much. At least that's what the court said when I was told I had to stay 20 foot away from her at all times. But I needed to be closer. I wanted to be closer. Replaces Bip with Lucy. I see. It is all thanks to you, your majesty. Had you not cured me with that antidotal herb, I fear I would have perished. Oh, wow, what timing, Mr. Games, to be here in exactly the moment we were discussing Bips. 20 foot would be fine, I'd just stand downwind, I see. But where in the world did you find it? He did not find it. And also, welcome, Mr. James Games. I suppose while it's holding steady, we'll have our usual, how are you all doing? How are you doing and what are you doing? Are you up to anything interesting on this occasion? Is that what you're doing? I mean, it's a bold choice. It's a bold choice to be fucking and have your phone or computer out at the same time with this stream on. I don't think it's setting the mood. I think it might be putting people off. But it's up to you. If it turns out it's the only way you can get off, that's going to be slightly inconvenient for you. Because I'm not always going to be around for you to be able to get off to. But, as I say, you do you. You do what you need to do. We're all fine with this. But yes, welcome. Welcome one and all and one. Are you up to anything interesting? Have you been up to anything interesting, I suppose? Trying to work out what team I want to use for the Pokemon remake next week. Ooh. But pretty good. I suggest hello there's in 10 seconds. 9, 8. Are you doing a hello there? Is this what I'm hearing? And who are you, pray tell? I'm Builder. Don't king shame me. I'm not going to king shame you, but the king might. He is freezing cold though at the moment. It's to my fault I can only enjoy myself if I'm smelling Lucy Lawless and watching Twitch. I see.
Fuck me!
Hello there. Hello there.
I love it. I do like it when you've got an Obi-Wan Kenobi at the back there going, sorry, you've just dropped down in front of me. This is my time to shine. This is my moment. But yes, hello again. Hello again. General Lucy. In fairness, she's never been a general, I don't think. Although possibly Xena was a general at some point. She certainly was like one of the heads of an army right at the very beginning, I think. But I suppose she's always been a warrior princess rather than a general, I think. You made the medicine, did you? Oh, it seems I owe you my life, Builder. Oh, when those accursed monsters tore down the castle walls and took up residence in the ruins, I thought our fight was over. She can be the head of my little army. Tut, tut, tut. Oh, I did not dare to dream that a builder would soon appear. The emissary of annihilation sent to us by a holy Harkon himself. Indeed, thanks to you, our fight is not over yet. Oh, by Jove, but our position is still weak. We must reclaim our seat of power, the throne room of Moonbrook Castle. Come along then, Veldin. You and Malroth follow me. We're going to storm the castle and give those usurpers a jolly good licking. Almost feel like he's going to end up going a little bit into gonna give those Germans a damn good licking. Oh, you should be licking the Germans, you should be licking the French. As to what I'm doing, pissing about. That's fair. Trying to sort out the desk, sort out Hela, and paint a troll, getting none of it done. Well, that is unfortunate. You should at least try and get at least one of those three things done. But then again, you know, I can't really talk for the whole getting things done thing. I haven't really gotten things done for about 3 weeks now, so it's inconvenient, but oddly truthful. I know you'd love to join us, Anessa, but I think it best you stay here and recover your strength. I shall lead our 2 new recruits into battle. The monsters that claim the castle are no feeble foe. I suggest you make some medicinal herb from the medicinal shrubs growing nearby before we depart. Come, Veldin. Come, Malroth. Let's go and give those rotters what for. By George, we'll do it good. Well, we'll have 2 medicinal herbs, but it's all I can really afford unless I go searching for more stuff. Which, I mean, technically, I could go searching for more stuff, but I can't really be bothered. Let's drop a cheeky save, 'cause you never know when the game might die, and that is most inconvenient. If it did, it would be quite bad. Yes, it would be quite bad indeed. I thought there were eggs over there, but they're not. They're a sort of entry post. Should be able to build those at some point. They do make quite a good sort of entry to stairs there. It's quite nice. Cotton, cotton, cotton. Everybody loves cotton. Cotton, cotton, cotton. I wish I had cotton earlier. We needed a lot of cotton. 'Cause I wanted carpets, and I don't like my carpet made out of anything but cotton. I've got cotton carpets, I've got cotton socks. It makes for an awkward situation. And now we'll smash those guys, 'cause it gets me iron. It gets me a real piece of iron. Alright, buddy, you seem to have stopped. Come, Veldin, come, Malroth. Take out the enemy! Oh, here we go. There is an enemy on the throne. Well, we should probably turn around and not disturb him. Is this supposed to be a castle? Pfft. Looks like a pile of old stones to me. Indeed, this was once a great fortress, but alas, the monsters have reduced it to ruins. What's eating you, Veldin? What? You knew Moonbrook had been destroyed, but you thought it had already been rebuilt by the princess? A princess? Where on earth did you get that idea? Huh? Enough with the daydreams, Veldin. We've got some monsters to mash. We're gonna do the monster mash. We're gonna get ourselves some potatoes with smash. And then we're gonna pour the gravy on. Now that those pesky humans are no more, we've got the whole place to ourselves. Suffer like G did. A human, I thought we wiped you out already. Everyone over here, we've got some stragglers to finish off. Oh, okay, that's a lot more monsters than I was entirely anticipating. We should probably prepare our sort of doings, although while I was trying to prepare my healing items, I just strolled straight past a pair of zombies, because I wasn't actually looking at the bottom of the screen, but that's fine. Go on, you do that, and then I'll do my spin block, or spin shot rather. Yeah, this is an alarming volume of enemies. We should be able to get through it, but then again... Could do with a coup de grace. My castle! No! I wanted my castle! My castle is my place of birth! You assholes! You could see I was trying to build towards getting the phrase assholes in there, but couldn't quite manage it until then. You assholes! You took my castles! I yield, honestly, you humans are so stubborn! Scree! You may have beaten me, but our armies have got the place surrounded. You will never win this war. Keep fighting, just like the children of Hargon taught you. Let death and destruction reign here forevermore. Thus is Moonbrook's destiny. No. Huzzah! Moonbrook Castle is ours once more. 3 cheers for Felton and Malroth. Hip, hip! People have forgotten, hooray! No offence, Bluey. I'm sorry, Malroth. Malroth? Are you sort of... kind of got a thing against people with blue hair, Malroth? Because I think that might cause some kind of problem between us, you know? Because, obviously, you know... Unless you're colourblind. Which you can't be, because you've just recognised his blue hair. But, you know... Been around you for quite some time, mate, but never really took you as a sort of hairist. You learn something new about people sometimes, and you realise you really don't like what you've learned. And I don't like that about you, Mariloth. Yeah, I don't know if we can be friends anymore, mate. Unless you change your hairist ways. This pile of rubble is really worth celebrating. That's as may be, but I say, you two, where did you get such dashed powerful weapons? Build them yourself, did you, Veldin? Yes, actually, I did. Those sinful skills of yours may come in very useful indeed. Whose side are you on, anyway? If you're with the children of Hargon, and so are the monsters, then why are you? Bravo! Bravo, soldiers! Oh, good. Now I'm back. I didn't do anything but back. Oh, you've banished our beastly brothers, and now the castle is back in the hands of its rightful owner. Ah, yes. We owe you and Malroth a debt of gratitude, Veldin. Our fight may yet rage forevermore, just as Hargon wills it. Ba-ba-da-beep-bo. Permit me to explain. We of Moonbrook understand it is our duty, nay, our destiny, to continue to fight, just as the children of Hargon decree. What? You're fighting the children of Hargon because the children of Hargon told you to? Why would you believe that rubbish? Why would we not? As we find ourselves at the brink of defeat, the emissary of annihilation has come to deliver us, just as the prophecy said he would. And lo, a builder shall be sent to these shores to build vast and profane creations, that Hargon's most loyal children might tear these foul affronts asunder. No act better embodies his teachings than war. No sin is more cardinal than ending the fighting, whether in victory or defeat. It is our fate to fight forever and ever. But, Nessa, with Veldin and Malroth on our side, we might just be able to win. We can escape this Balliord fate. Are you serious? You would defy the children's teachings? Oh, gadzooks, Warwick! Oh, never in all my years have I heard such poppycock! As Knights of Moonbrook, it is our sworn duty to keep the war raging, not end it. Veldin, you said you were looking for fighters to join your cause, yes? Well, I know one end of a sword from the other. The second this war is over, I'll come with you. That's why I need your help to defeat the children of Hargon and end this war. Are you with me, sir? Nah, you're all right, mate. What? You said no? Please, Vernon. Without your building skills and Melroth martial might, we may never escape this cycle of death and destruction. That's why I need your help to defeat the children of Hargon and end this war. Are you with me? Now I've got a few other bits on, mate. It's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna get a couple of toilets built down the road, really. But are you with me? Yeah, it's all right. I'm with him. Oh, thank you so much. It's a very funny joke when you said you had other things on. I don't want to die in this blasted battle, and with your aid, I dare say I shan't. Yes, this one is particularly bad for the whole you have a choice. Wait, no, you don't thing. But it is nonetheless sort of one of those oddities where it's like, yeah, I mean, fair dues. It wants you to go a certain path, but it does beg the question, why put the yes-no in the first place? But, you know, it's the way they do things, I suppose. Oh, hello. I'm just going to grab my wooden stones. Now, that's not wooden stones. That was wood and stones, just to clarify. Just going to tidy up your throne room as well, mate. Don't mind me. I'm just going to... Can't help myself sometimes. I sometimes get the urge to just tidy things up. Especially here, because this is Ernie R. Ernie R. Hello, my name's Ern. Ernie R. Ern or you'll what? I'll do terrible things to your father. Why my father? What you got against my father? Your father killed my father. And again, his father killed your father. His father... I don't think that makes sense. No, it does not. No, it does not. Could do a set of stairs there. Probably deal with that at some point. Wait, no, not on the roof, dear. Silly woman. Veldin, was it? Thank you for risking all to help us win back the throne. That was like asking a kid, do you want carrots and peas with your chicken? Or peas and carrots? Yes. Reverse choice. Well, unfortunately, if someone offered me peas and carrots with my chicken, I would punch them in the fucking nose and go, no peas, you bastard! Because I have an aggressive hatred of peas. Not necessarily because I don't like peas. I don't, but that's not 100% the reasoning behind it. It's because they infest egg fried rice, and I do not like it. I like egg fried rice, and you know why it's called egg fried rice? Because it's rice. It's got fried egg in it. Well, it's fried rice with egg. Yeah, it's not fried rice with egg and peas. No, it's egg fried rice. Yeah? Therefore, you've declared the two ingredients on the egg fried rice as egg and rice. Now, Chinese restaurants do this magnificently. However, shop-bought stuff... You weren't expecting such a passionate hatred of peas this evening. But nonetheless, shop-bought, they all go for what I believe is the classic reasoning of, adds a bit of colour. I don't want fucking colour in my egg fried rice. I want egg rice to be fried. So, yes, I have a hatred of peas. Because they have ruined perfectly good egg fried rice in the past. Carrots I don't have such a aggressive hatred for. I wouldn't necessarily eat a carrot raw. I wouldn't go out of my way to eat carrots. But if there is some cubes of carrot in the meal that I am eating, I'll think, unfortunate, but edible. Whereas peas, I will eliminate the peas. I will eliminate all peas. Fair deposit, thank you for risking all to help us win back the throne. But allow me to be blunt. Neither I nor Lord Jerome nor His Majesty have any intention of winning this war. We are and we remain faithful servants of destruction. My friend used to order his EFR with no peas. They always gave him one. 1 pea or 1 egg fried rice with no peas. But traditionally, normally, if you just say to a restaurant, can I have an egg fried rice? 9 times out of 10 I've found there are no peas. Because I think traditionally in China, you don't have peas in your egg fried rice. I think they do often put peas in like special fried rice and other such extended fried rices. But they don't usually put it in the standard egg fried rice. Whereas, as I say, all shops, as far as I've seen, although there was a really nice one, I think it was like something like Farm Foods, one of the slightly sort of cheaper Germanic shops, one of them, possibly Lidl, but I think it might have been one called Farm Foods. They used to do a frozen egg fried rice. I don't know if they still do, but I don't think they do. They used to do a frozen egg fried rice, which was delicious. Delicious! Mostly because it didn't have fucking peas. Fucking peas! But yes, 1 pea. They'd always give him 1 pea. Now see, I could probably live with it if it was just 1 pea. But still, they never put it in anyway, but him asking for none of something that you normally wouldn't get anyway just made them troll him. Wow, that's unfortunate. But yeah, I must admit, I have in the past asked a Chinese restaurant to leave the peas out. They didn't troll me in that fashion. They just left the peas out. In fairness, because I think, as I say, with extended rices, so chicken fried rice, actually, I don't think they do a duck fried rice. I think that's me. I do duck fried rice. Pork fried rice and stuff like that. With that sort of one, special fried rice as well, with that sort of one, they usually put peas in. So it's always worthwhile if you want a nice chicken fried rice to at least the restaurant I go to or the takeout I get. You always want to sort of just put a little note in there. Could you please leave the peas out, please? Hawk fried rice. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I wouldn't necessarily say no. However, I wouldn't necessarily say yes, because it might be troublesome. Rice fried rice. Technically, all fried rice is rice fried rice, because you're frying rice along with the rice. So every fried rice is a rice fried rice if a rice could fry rice. It's always nice if a rice fried rice with a ricey rice and nicey rice. If you have it 3 times, you'll have a thrice rice fried rice nice. How far can we go? If you chill it, you might end up with an iced rice fried rice, which is very nice. And if you have it 3 times, it's a ice rice fried rice, which is very nice. Someone else will have to take over. It's easier if you type it. It's a bit of a tongue twister if you start trying to say it out loud. Would the price... Oh, there we go. Would the price of a rice fried rice be more than a rice? And if you put the spice in, it will be a spicy priced rice in the friedy ricey sense. In a potato ricer. I don't think the rice would fit in a potato ricer. Because if I'm thinking of the correct tool... Is that... I don't know. Actually, no, I don't. I'm thinking of a julienne. I'm thinking of how you julienne things. And you have to say it in that strange accent every time you say julienne. Yes, apparently I do. But allow me to be blunt. Neither I nor Lord Jerome nor His Majesty have any intention of winning this war. We want destruction. Spicy, micey, twicey, friedy, ricey. I don't know if I fancy mice fried rice. Got to admit. I mean... The logical part of my brain says it would be meat. Thus, potential would be okay. But the other side of my brain goes, mice. Maybe not. But, I don't know. I can't think of anywhere that actually eats mice. But then again, my sort of knowledge and sort of worldliness, I suppose, worldliness is extremely limited. So, you know. Chinese food for cats. Spicy mice, twice fried rice. That went a little bit racist towards the end, didn't it? I apologise. But that was. It's not, technically, it's not my fault. Yeah. If their jingle is Chinese food for cats, spicy mas, twice fried rice, that's their fault. That's the jingle. I'm just relaying the jingle to you. I mean, I'm surprised you stumbled across that. The fact that there is actually a product out there which is Chinese food for cats, spicy mice, twice fried rice. But yeah, I thought I was the only person who knew about that. But you know, it's fair. It's fair. That being said, there is little destruction we can wreak in a current sorry state. We do need your help. Our first priority is to rebuild this castle. We need a defensive position to muster our forces and push back the enemy. The heart of the castle is the throne room. Here, take these sections of castle wall and build a barricade across the opening. Okay. Slightly awkward. It's in my bag and not in my hotbar. Don't forget the wall must be at least 2 blocks high. Let the refortification begin. It's not going to be hugely fortified if it's only 2 blocks high, but still, it's fine. It doesn't matter too much. Let's put medicinal leaves. I mean, we don't really need a huge amount of any of this at the moment, but still. What we do need, however, is the castle wall. I believe you're asking me to do that. Oh, there we go. Hey! That is absolutely what they were asking me to do. Do. Your throne's not looking incredible. What's a bit of a shame, though, is that's clearly not quite... At some point, that's quite obviously going to have to be broken down, because the throne room is much bigger, and the red carpet goes straight through there. So it's slightly inconvenient that I'm going to have to demolish my work, but still. I've proven to her that my building is top-notch. Impressive work, builder. Our first fully fledged fortification is complete. You call this a fortification? Feldon could make 1,000,000 rooms like this with his eyes closed. You underestimate the strategic strength of a sound fortification, Malroth. When constructed correctly, walls built from castle wall blocks are nigh on unbreakable. The more we repair the castle with stout castle wall blocks, the more we shall be spared the monster's meddling, and the better we may prepare our counterattack. From this throne room, let us expand our fortifications and begin the fight back. Nessa and I trained together, but I could never match her when it came to strategy. If you're here to learn about battle, you could do a jolly good deal worse than to learn from her. She says she has no interest in winning this war, but just wait until she sees all the incredible creations only a builder can bring forth. She may change her tune yet. In any case, I must offer you my own thanks for fortifying the throne room, my dear boy. A boon for you. An Ed Boon for you. He's going to make you Mortal Kombat in his basement. Hold on, I can sense something. There's a battle brewing. Am I ready for a battle to brew? I think I probably am, although I've just seen... Oh, there is a builder's bell there. Nice. Dong. Dong goes my bell. Dong goes my bell. Have you seen anything like it? Because dong goes my bell. Tidy those bits of brick up, why not? And yeah, I thought so. There's a little bit of glass, stained glass window there. Lovely. Lovely. Lovely jubbly. Let's tidy up this dead creature. And this one as well. Gather a bunch of this. I just realised I don't actually have any coal. I was gonna get the old fire started and get myself a bunch of iron, but unfortunately it won't make a difference. Oh look! Oh yeah, I do remember having the flowing dress. I think. Oh, I'll tell you one thing I forgot. I unlocked all those sort of fancy bits. The old moustache, the moustache, and bunny ears earlier, and I forgot to have a look in the wardrobe to potentially equip them. Oh yeah, Malroth, you're the one who's telling me about this next quest. I wondered where the quest had gone, and it turns out the quest followed me across the castle. I smell monsters, Veldin. Lots of them. They're headed this way. We've only just got here, and the monsters are already launching a massive attack against us. This island really is a war zone. You all fixed to fight them off? Yeah, go on, we might as well. Brilliant. Let's get stuck in. Gotta fuck them up. Your Majesty, please remain in the throne room. Thanks to Feldin's repairs, it's the safest place in the castle. The monsters cannot breach these walls. Everybody ready? Then let's mess these monsters up. Woohoo! It's time for battle. I really like the way it sort of crumbles the rock. But that's just because, you know, the rock pretends to be a tough guy, but the moment monsters turn up, he fucking crumbles. Just keep ringing the bell, ringing the bell. You will be smoked by my bell. Everybody needs a good bell in their life. If you hope to become a beast, then you need a particularly good bell in your life. A bell that can see through your beastly exterior to the dead void inside. Ah, yes, see, that's the problem I've got over the beast. Naught but a dead void within. She would look upon the beastly exterior and go, "Ah, but I can see your inner..." Oh no. Oh, I've made a terrible mistake. There is no inner beauty here. I'm leaving. On a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. What is up, my dudes? I don't know. What have you put up there, dude? Because I don't think you should have put it up there. I think that's going to be an embarrassing and awkward conversation with your medical advisor. But welcome. Welcome, Mr. Malice Calabar. Have I ever said your name correctly and normally? I suspect not. The Melusian Calubers. Why do you have to make it weird? It's always weird. Looks like the monsters around here have got a bit of backbone. This is my kind of place. Good show out there, Maroff and Feldin. Your repairs protected His Majesty wonderfully well. Yeah, you were right about the monsters not being able to get through those walls. Guess you know what you're talking about. Is this endgame territory? Why? No. No, it is not. We are still nowhere near the endgame. This is the third major island, not including Skelkatraz. So technically it's the fourth story area we've been in. And I believe there's at least a fifth. And then maybe there's substantial amounts more faffing on the Isle of Awakening, where I can do some more tablet targets. Indeed, while our fortifications may currently only enclose the throne room, we now have a safe base from which to expand our territory. It is a long game, but I do like a long game. I like 'em 'cause they're long. Makes you feel like you got your money's worth. You know, you pay out 20, 30 quid for it, and then you get that back tenfold in hours. And I do prefer it like that. I like it like that, 'cause I like it like this, and if I didn't, then I would leave. But yeah, I enjoy a good lengthy RPG. They are my favoured volume of things. They are super duper enjoyable. Super. Indeed, while our fortifications may currently only enclose the throne room, we now have a safe base from which to expand our territory. Our next goal should be to gradually repair the rest of the ruined rooms with the castle wall blocks and expand our sphere of influence. However, the monsters' military might is unparalleled. The very best we can hope for is to hold their forces back and stave off defeat. I will not stand in your way, Veldin, nor Maroff's, but believe me when I say this is not a war that we can win. So long as I live, I shall fight. This is what the children of Hargon have taught me, and this is my heartfelt conviction. Okay, that's fine. I'll change your mind eventually. The children of Hargon are completely surrounded. Breaking this siege will not be easy. They've got our backs to the wall, have they? Doesn't feel like it. Is their army really that strong? Well, why don't you go and have a look so you can see for yourself? It's about time we scouted at the enemy's positions. You can win. You just need to research tanks. I think that might be a little bit beyond us, I'm afraid. Neo-tankery will not be available in this world. Although there is... Can't remember if it's the first game or this game. I think it is this game. There is a buggy available. So it is sort of a tank. There is a potential tank available later. But it is much later, I'm afraid. This is the medieval times. And the medieval times do not understand tankage. Or at least I don't think they did. When was Da Vinci? Was he around medieval? Because he knew tanks, didn't he? He was Renaissance. So a little later? Yeah, it was later. What kind of builder are you? I'm a builder of things. Those things just don't include tanks. Well, why don't we go to decisions? Very well, Warwick. I'd like you to take these two and form a reconnaissance party. The mountain to the southeast should afford you a good view of their forces. Sounds like excuses to me. Well, yes. But damn good excuses. Damn good excuses. And be sneaky about it. You wouldn't stand a chance in a direct confrontation with their entire army. I wouldn't write us off. Me and Maroff. We're pretty tough. Roger that. Follow me, you two, and be quiet as mice now. Oh, I'm supposed to be following you. Could you... There you go, son. Good lad. I mean, would have been more polite had you not shut the door in my face, but it's fine. Just gonna grab this stuff here, and you just hold your horses, son. I've got some tidying up to do. There you go. Nice bit of iron. Once I finally find some coal, it's gonna be very useful having that. I wonder if I do want to sort of hammer the cotton. I'm gonna hammer the cotton with my... Oh no, that's a rock. That's not cotton. Yeah, I think. Oh, no, never mind. I was going to test a theory there, but Maroff decided to take matters into his own hands. Here we go, we can test a theory here. Yeah, if I hammer the cotton, I get cotton. No, never mind. Fuck it. I think they're two different plants. Oh well. We'll try and hammer them more often anyway, because it does feel like hammering is unleashing the cotton, but I think it's just because I'm getting confused between two completely different plants. But, you know. Grass is always useful as well, anyway. Well, I say that. I mean, I can't immediately think of a recipe where I need grass, but nah, you know, fuck it. Everything's useful in the end, even rocks and trees. In fairness, wood is always a useful item to have on hand, so we'll harvest a few of these trees. I don't have to worry about replanting them because, you know, magic. It's maybe a global warming nightmare in this place, but, you know, I'm going to sail away at some point, so... Not the attitude to have, sir. Not the attitude to have at all. Well, let's carry on. Anyway. Do-do-do. Tally-ho, tally-hey, tally-ho. Up the hill and far away. Look at those bastards. Look at them all just sitting there. In fairness... Oh, no, okay, there's a few more there. And possibly a few more over there. And there's a giant troll over there. But, do you know what? I could still take them all. I could take them all. I don't care if I live or if I die. I'll take them all. So this is the lookout, is it? Look. I mean, that's the point of a lookout, I suppose. Velden, over there. What am I looking at? So that's the monster's army, the one that has you besieged. Yeah, it's not as impressive as you would have thought, but... Ugh! Scoutty skeletons defeated by pesky humans. Rumours must be true, then builder comes to island. Arr. Here's good news. This means war not over yet. More fun fighty times ahead. Fuck you, skeleton. Break down their barricades, beat them back and blue. Let them live. Fun fighting forever and ever. I lick my club at you. It tastes like skeleton. Satisfied, Maroff? The fiends will stop at nothing to see us suffer, and this is only their advanced guard, unless I may have a point. Ah, don't get me started on that whinging windbag. She can take her heartfelt conviction and stick it where the sun don't shine. She can stick it up her up, dude. What is a conviction, anyway? Well, whatever. We'd better get back to the castle. The trollers seem pretty keen to get the party started. Right, then let us head back home and prepare for the party, so to speak. Can we take the quick way? Yeah, probably. It might kick me out of this ability, but it's fine. It's all good. Can I actually make it back to the throne room? By Jove, I think I can. Huzzah! Huzzah and Huzinga! We made it. I know, it was bloody amazing. Did you see it? All the way from up on the lookout. In one glide. God, it was good. Now I see you're back from your little scouting expedition. As you've now seen for yourself, the monsters have us completely blockaded. We can't simply walk out of the front door whenever the fancy strikes us. At this stage, our best, I dare say, our only course of action is to gather what resources we can and use them to fortify our position. And we must be swift. It would seem the fiends are preparing to sally against us forthwith. I've completed. But don't tell anybody. I want it to be a secret that I've completed. There is still much work to be done on the castle. At present, only the throne room is fortified. Let us begin here and expand outwards. First things first, I think it best that you move all the crafting stations you acquire into the throne room. What the devil? You intend to turn my royal reception into a grubby workroom? I fear we have no choice, your majesty. We cannot effectively protect the builder if he works out in the open. Oh, the rotten her, so be it. Do as you will. Now, well then, you should find a stone workbench, a forge, an anvil, and a bonfire hereabouts. Be a sport and bring them all into the throne room, would you? But keep your wits about you out there. The monsters could strike at any moment. We have actually seen most of those. I don't think I've seen the bonfire, but we've seen the old... Plus they're marked on the map, in fairness. That's not going to be difficult. It's one of those things where I need to find... Yeah, so this level, you're basically besieged at all times. Constantly. It's almost annoying. But that's kind of the point of this level. It's mostly fighting. Look out, Felden, we've got company. Are you two all right? Oh, by George, I never expected the monsters to strike so soon. It's like that bally troll said. They're going to keep attacking wave after wave, forever and ever. Don't let them distract you from the task at hand, Veldin. We'll hold them back. You grab the workstations. Find the stone workbench, the forge, the anvil, and the bonfire. And take them to the safety of the throne room. Okay, I will. You don't have to tell me twice. Fuck you. I'm going to leave you to die, sir. And that's handy, because the table and the bonfire were next to one another. Oh, okay, this guy's gotten a little bit up himself, hasn't he? Cheeky little boy. It's why I think you learn a lot more about medical herbs and stuff, because you get access to a few more variants, potentially. I can't say that with any real certainty, but certainly one of the recipes on that stone desk that we've got available was the higher healing herb. I don't know if it was actually called the higher healing herb. It sounds like something Dragon Quest would name their item, the higher healing herb, because they do enjoy a good bit of alliteration. As do I, in fairness. That's probably, I think we discussed this in the past, that is basically why I perhaps fell in love with Dragon Quest, because they do sort of have this delightful nature of putting the alliteration stuff in. The monsters ran away! Well, you say the monsters ran away. I'd argue the monsters were killed. But there you go. Oh God, what have I started? I don't know. What have you started? Oh, the bugle. I take it the bugle is not going well for you. Oh, yeah. Well, nah, just a bit obnoxious to that guy. I'm going to pop that there. King, how would you look a bonfire by your feet? There you go. That seems reasonable. And then I know it's going to create a lot of banging, but I'm going to pop my old anvil there. So that's nice. And I suppose really, considering the fact that the snow keeps falling, I should probably consider roofs a little bit more. But I quite like the snow. So, yeah. I think I'm gonna keep the roofs off and just enjoy the snow ladens. There's so much building to paint. I know. I keep looking at it and wondering if there's a way of doing it without painting it. How can I paint it without painting it? I don't know. I feel like it's definitely one of those ones where you look at it and you go, do I want to buy an airbrush? Maybe. But then it's literally one thing. So it's kind of like, probably best not buy an airbrush for exclusively that one thing. Granted, I'm sure it would come in handy in the future and other things, but I fear, it's one of those ones where painting is not necessarily my life. So I don't know how long sort of painting things will last in terms of my hobby set. It depends on, what the future brings to a certain extent. But my dedicated hobby, of course, is always video games. So painting may wane and at some point. So it feels like it's like, probably best not buy an airbrush. Especially if you're buying an airbrush for that one building. But I don't know. Might be worthwhile. I might try and get some spray cans to do some of the larger areas to get them a little bit sort of just better than I could paint. Because I fear like I'd probably need to buy a new brush no matter what to tackle the Bugle building, because I think if I use even the largest brush I've got, if I use that, it would still streak too much. Now, I don't know. I don't necessarily think that's 100% the brush's fault. I think it's mostly my fault. But a larger brush might allow for a certain level of avoidance of streaky paintings. But as I say, it might be worthwhile. I'm slightly tempted to potentially sort of buy a couple of different coloured spray cans and see if I can't work something out with those. Because they might come in handy in the future in general. Because, especially like it might be nice to get a yellow spray can, I think. So that I can, if I want to paint something substantially yellow, like the taxi cab. Now, granted, I've done the taxi cab now, so it doesn't make much difference, but it might be beneficial to be able to work from a yellow base, just a general yellow base, rather than a sort of painting on the yellow. But I don't know. I'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I'm assuming, are you posting some preview pics? Posting preview pics in a posting preview sense. Are you posting any preview pics in the old CSMP Discord? Because I will try and catch those later and see how well you've mustered your capacity for painting on such a large canvas. Capital work, Veldin! Now that the crafting stations are secured, the rebuilding work can begin in earnest. Bah! Alas, those skeletons have us surrounded. With their watchful sockets ever fixed upon us, it may prove difficult to leave the castle grounds. But we leave we must. We shall have to step outside at some point. Got no previews yet? It's a goddamn mess. You should post the mess. I dare you. I dare you to post the mess. Let some of us other painters go. My God, he's made a mess. Oh, I feel better about myself. Go on. Do it. Yes. Come over to the shitty mess side of painting. Do it. The dark side of painting. Only to gather the many materials needed to rebuild our defences. All we have here are ruins and rocks. The best approach may simply be slip from the castle swiftly and stealthily, gather what resources we can, and then hurry back before we're discovered. All right, Felden, you focus on building and gathering materials, and I'll smash any monster that gets in your way. A gatherer and a hunter, eh? It seems you two make a perfect team. She actually only said good. I added the perfect myself. That was ad-libbing. That was ad-libbing. Yeah, I know. What's the world coming to if you can ad-lib perfect into the conversation? Dirty boy. Why a dirty boy? I don't know. Just went with the voice. Oh, you dirty boy. Allow me to join the team too. Malroth and I shall follow in your footsteps and keep the fiends at bay so you can focus on the fortifications. Yes, my boy. Warwick joins Veldin's party. Oh, Gadzooks, Pilter. I don't know why you came to the cursed island. Ever since you arrived, the monsters have grown ever more fierce. I'm sure young Warwick has told you already, but you mustn't waste your precious time trying to fight them all off. Just ignore them, and they'll go away eventually. I'm heading slightly to a shit version of Nelson Mandela, which is probably best avoided. Editor, you'd be far better served retreating to within the fortifications. We shall join you there once the beastly beasts are bested. Oh my! Speaking of beasts, I have the most beastly hunger. You don't happen to have anything on I could eat, do you? You know what they say about armies and what they march on. I may not do much marching, but it's high time I did some munching. We have a potato patch, but the bally thing's jolly well snowed over, and for the life of me, I can't remember which one of these piles it's under. Be a good sport and dig up the potato. You know, boil 'em, mash 'em, stick 'em in your poo. That's the Martian, in fairness, stick 'em in your poo. Hadn't planned on it being a reference to the Martian when I first said it. It was just a silly thing to say. But then it reminded me of the fact that he did grow potatoes on Mars in poo. I think it was a bit more complicated than just growing potatoes in poo, but fundamentally there was a certain amount of shit involved in the plan. And roast it on the bonfire for me, would you? Please. I want you to roast my potatoes, please. Would you please roast my potatoes? I need them so very much. I think it's part of the game, but there's a strange noise. Oh, I see. By piles of snow, you're actually talking about a pile of snow here. Bang. God damn it. And I have found some potatoes! Potatoes! Oh, yes, potatoes! Get away from me, you nasty boys! I'll grind your bones into potatoes! Will you stop hitting me? I really must stop... Whoop! Oh, yeah. I really must stop getting hit, because I don't really have the health bar. I don't have the health supplies to really replenish my health bar if I'm not a little more cautious than I am currently being. But will you boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew? I will! I will consider boiling, mashing them, and sticking them in stews. Veldin Malroth's level increases! Shit! Was not expecting a level up, but I'll take it. Malroth gets stronger, and Veldin reaches level 21! His maximum HP increase. Yeah, I'm happy with this situation. I also learnt a new recipe. Is this going to be another... Oh, the steel broadsword. Attack plus 64. Is that better? I don't know. Let's have a look. No, that's the wrong one. Better or worse than a dragon blade? I mean, it definitely looks worse, but let's have a look. 52, yes. So I do want that steel broadsword at some point. However, I cannot remember fully how to get myself a steel broadsword, so it's probably going to be slightly awkward to get my hands on those. I believe it's going to be something to do with iron. I don't remember if it's... I don't remember if there is sort of like a combo of iron and something else, but still. More enemies on the field. Yep, okay, more enemies. Cock. It is... This level does get slightly sort of, you know, irritating. Because it is unending interruptions. You're trying to do things and you just keep getting enemies. It gets better and easier as you start building things out. They start allowing you to do... Oh, open. Interesting. There was a chest there then. Oh, I see. That's a health seed, I believe, isn't it? Seed of life, yeah. I think I can just eat that and whoosh! My HP level up by 5. Isn't that delightful? Also, you get more troops as well, which is beneficial. Oh, I think the Seed of Life was the one thing I was supposed to be finding in that chest, which is lovely jubbly. Trash the snow. The monsters have run away. Yes, because they're all cowards. Oh, I'm sorry, mate. I'll carry you. I'll carry you home. It's just a graze. It's just a scratch. I can still keep going. God damn fucking monsters coming again. I don't think we haven't actually got any beds, so just gonna have to sort of stay there, Chief. There you go. Just pop you down there. Ooh, a jacket potato would be champion. Well, one assumes in order to build a jacket potato, we put it on the fire. It wasn't a reversed stun seed then. No. No, it was not. I'm assuming that's a reference to something. I just don't know what it is. Which makes it a little awkward. But we'll both live with this affair. Thousands of people won't, but still. Try mirroring it and see. Oh, I see. It wasn't these nuts. You made a funny. Wonders will never cease. That was a little bit harsh, but never mind. I am harsh. I'm an asshole. I'm an asshole. Correction, stole a funny, I see. Yes, oh, blimey, goodness gracious me. Isn't that a freshly baked potato in your pocket, or are you just pleased to see me? Am I right? Gosh, that smells incredible. Hurry up, then hand it over. I shall hand you your jacket potato. Oh, absolutely delicious. Soft and fluffy with a rich earth aroma. Very much like yourself. Are you coming on to me? I don't like you, old man. Stranger danger. Stranger danger. I speak to your softness, of course, not your musk. But do not blame yourself. Your whole generation is weak, not just you. Many more soldiers than this survived the monster's assault, but they let their cowardice get the better of them. They fled the castle to save their skins. I've been fighting for 50 years now. It is all I know, so do not let me catch you trying to end this war. It is all too rare a thing to find one's meaning in life. I prithee, Builder, do not take that away from me. But I forget myself. You have done a job. You've done me a great service and must be justly rewarded. Pray take these with my thanks, and may they serve you well. Medicinal leaves. That will be quite useful, in fairness. I just moments ago said I don't have much in the way of healing items, so the fact that I've got now 9 medicinal herbs will allow me to get 10 big herbs. I suppose it was a medicinal leaf into a big herb. I can combine leaves into herbs. Oh, I do actually have some coal. Interesting. I also have some copper from somewhere. Doubly interesting. No, I don't have any copper. Are you... Oh, I see. The infinite supply is actually over here as well. How unexpected. Well, at some point I'll probably want to save my iron, because at some point I'm going to learn steel. And I think iron has something to do with steel. Certainly in the real world I think it might have something to do with it, but in this game I think it does as well. Ferelyn, I would like to enlist your aid in certain matter. We are all well wearied from battle and require a place to rest. I ask you to build us each a bed and place them within the throne room's walls. What? It's not enough that you make a workshop in my throne room. Now it's to serve as a barracks too. Hello there, Mr. Skink. Welcome to the stream. Are you doing well? Or are you doing poorly? Hopefully the first. But nonetheless, hello. Is it me you're looking for? Or have you clicked the wrong stream? I'm sure it's me you're looking for. How are you? How are you, and what are you doing?
You don't answer the bloody question! How are you, and what are you doing? What are you doing?
You're well, thank you. Yeah, thank me. Thanking me, thanking you. But yes, you're well. Good to hear. Good to hear.
He's making it rain, making it rain. There's gold coins all over the place. He's dropped the coins. The coins are finished. Now we're moving on from the coins.
Please have patience, your majesty. For the moment, this is our one place of safety. Should we sleep out in the open, we may never wake up.
Very well, General. Until the bedchambers are rebuilt, I shall endure it.
Then it is settled. If you should need wood to make the beds, there is plenty of old timber scattered around the castle ruins. As for grass fibre, that can be collected from freesia plants. Harry Veldin built us 6 simple beds and placed them all safely within the throne room walls. Well, that's going to be easy-ish, I think. Although I haven't said that. Oh, no, there we go. I was going to say there's more recipes available. I was, for a moment. Oh, and as I say, I've managed to keep the Infiniwood, which is going to be incredible. I sort of wish I knew that, because I don't think I had infinite wood here on this island the first time I played the game, because I don't think I did. I didn't do as much sort of dicking about on the Isle of Awakening at this stage of the game when I first played it. I very much had just sort of skipped forth and gone, here we go, we'll do this, next island, next island, next island, next island. I hadn't fully explored all the other options. But, yeah, it's quite something to behold the fact that I can keep my Infiniwood, which is very useful. We'll finish up this quest and then probably move on to Graveyard Keeper. Jolly good. We now have enough beds.
If it lasts more than 4 hours, you can consult a doctor. Indeed. I've consulted many doctors, because it is Infiniwood. They just keep strolling past going, that ain't right, mate. I'm not even a doctor. Oh, I've run out of doctors. Oh, shit. Send in the clowns. Why the clowns are interested in my wood, I do not know, but nonetheless, send them in anyway. We all need a good laugh. Ideally not at the expense of my wood. That would be alarming. And soul-destroying. Jolly good. We now have enough beds for all of us to rest and recuperate after battle. And if any of us are foolish enough to fall in the field, laying them down in a bed will soon bring them back to their senses. We of the Moonbrook Brigade of Guards shall handle the fighting, if you would be so good as to come to the aid of our wounded. Oh, gadzooks, first you turn the throne room, throne room into a workshop near a barracks, have you no respect for his majesty? Come now, Jerome. At first I too was a little perturbed by it, but needs must, you know.
But one room will not satisfy our needs for long. We must begin to expand our fortifications.
And we need more soldiers to boot. And I have a very solid boot. It's armoured. Military-grade steel. Ours is a noble cause. What the devil do we need to do to rally up good men and women to it?
What's that? Have we tried using the builder's bell? Yes, you can ring my bell.
You can ring my bell.
Do you mean that bell over there? It's been there for as long as I can remember, but I haven't the foggiest what it's for.
Are you all seriously saying that rusty old thing might have magical powers?
I seriously am saying my bell has magical powers. As I say, what I think we'll do is we'll pop out of Dragon Quest Builders 2 and shoot off into a little bit of Graveyard Keeper. That is the plan. We shall do the plan. The plan shall be done. You can see as well the background of the menu has changed, of course. Now we're back in... well, I say back in. We've never been to Moonbrook before. Now that we are in Moonbrook, the background of the main menu has changed to reflect that change. Reflecting the change that we have just made. Right. We'll get a little bit of music at the... oh, okay. Interesting. Oh, I see. Pretzel is now going to be more awkward to to use. Oh, hang on. Whoa, no. Pretzels reducing the amount of things you can have for free because they want more money. Interesting. Did you? Oh, okay, it was coincidence. It's fine. It did feel for a moment there. It felt like what they had done was if I said no, I don't want your advertisement sent to me, they completely shut down the program. But that's not true. It just felt that way for a moment when I clicked the button and it went, I need to update now. And then it came back with the same choices. It was a little bit like, no, you fuck off, son. You fuck off. Just because I don't want your spam emails, you can't completely shut down the service. I mean, technically they can, but still. Ideally they won't. Anyway, we're going to listen to a bit of music for a few minutes. I don't know if it's going to be particularly different. It looks like the pixel thing is still here. So hopefully. And then I'll be back in about 5 minutes to do some graveyard keeping, where, as alluded to in the little message that is delivered prior to the stream, there may be some new things. However, I cannot guarantee this because I don't know when they appear, but I did, for those interested, purchase the DLC. So fuck me! Yes, I do feel violated by purchasing DLC, but it's fine. I like the game Graveyard Keeper, so I'm happy to pay them a little bit extra for some more staff because it's a very enjoyable game. So anyway, a breaky time. So be back momentarily.